Hello everyone, TimeToGrind here, and welcome to Patch Breakdown. Now for this video, we're going to be focusing on the March 8th patch, which came out around yesterday. And like most of the patches we've been getting lately, this patch is insanely huge. We have a ton of new balance changes, and along with a new map, if you don't know already. Now the new map is a control map called Ilios, and that's actually what the background gameplay is. I'm playing Reaper on Ilios. Not the best gameplay, but it's definitely good. And the control map Ilios, it has a ton of vertical parts of the map. So there's a lot of rooftops, there's a lot of balconies, and it's just insanely fun. And it, on top of all of that, looks spectacular. If you ever watched or played Super Mario Sunshine, it reminds me a lot like that. And it's just spectacular, it's gorgeous, all that great stuff. And so, we're definitely, exploring more into that map, and, kind of finding strategies and pathways and where all the health packs are. But it's definitely an extremely fun map. And, yeah. On top of that, we have a career profile reset, which pretty much just wipes all players' career profiles. Not too important, I guess, since, we all knew stuff like this was going to be wiped. And then we have several map updates. First of all, being the health pack placement has been adjusted across all maps. Now I don't have any details on how they've, been moved, but just slowly while you watch more footage of it or as you play more of the game, you'll, I'm assuming it's not going to be, this health pack has just been completely moved across the map. They're probably just slight adjustments, so you probably don't need to worry about that too much. Then, payload sizes have been adjusted to ensure that all heroes can move around them in air locations. So, also just kind of quality of life update, I guess. So all heroes will be able to be next to the payload in narrow parts. Then, Numbani, significant art changes have been made throughout the map to make it look less just barren and, make it more lively. So you'll see some statues on these walls. You'll see kind of some litter every now and then. So just some small details. And then Temple of Anubis. So on the last point, as you guys probably know, it can be extremely hard to push into the last point, the second control point of Temple of Anubis. So now a new route has been added to reach the second point, and it's all the way on the left. So there's a whole nother way to get in, and the huge main gate in the middle has been widened extremely. So it's a lot easier to get in there, and I like those changes. It's definitely going to help the whole discussion of attack versus defense, and I can't wait to see how it plays out, because, it could flip around and be, oh, now attacking is too easy. Then in play versus AI, there's stuff like players can now select the desired AI difficulty. They added Zarya and Roadhog as AI opponents, and, some more options with custom games, all this great stuff. And then they added several new sprays have been added. A signature, cheer, and taunt emote rewards are now available for all heroes, and they added around 8 new legendary skins and themes for each hero, or not for each hero. There's just 2 for Bastion, 1 for Lucio, 1 for McCree, 1 for Pharah, 1 for Reinhardt, and 1 for Soldier 76, and they're all legendary, not 8 for each hero. And some of them look amazing, but I see a lot of discussion in, say, the subreddit about whether the fact that some of these are getting too kind of hard to recognize. As an example, the new Soldier 76 cosmetic makes him kind of look like Captain America with a cape. And so, at times, he might look like McCree with the cape. And so, it's just this whole discussion and argument whether things are too difficult to see and whatnot. And I personally, I feel like some skins, like sometimes it's kind of hard for me to tell the difference between, say, a diva without her mech and a Tracer, because some of skins for Tracer make her look like a diva, and it's definitely something Blizzard, I think, needs to keep an eye out, but it's nothing too, game changing. Then, there's a few miscellaneous changes, like default emotes have been added for all heroes and are immediately available in the communication wheels, and they've changed some end of match stuff, and so that's really good. And on top of that, Mercy has been recast in the English version of the game. Now, a lot of people were kind of used to the old Mercy voice, and so they don't like it. I personally like it, except for when she ults. When she ults, it sounds like she's more threatening than kind of, being... I don't really know how to explain it, but the old Mercy, when she resurrected, it was kind of like she was like this holy, she was bringing people up rather than kind of intimidating people, and that's what the new Mercy sounds like, just in terms of that. But other than that, I really like, that. So now we have the main meat of the patches, and that is the hero balance changes. So first of all, Junkrat, his ultimate charge cost increased by 25%. And I actually like this a lot because the buff that the buff/change Junkrat got to his Rip Tire made it a lot better than it used to be. So I really like the cost increasing by 25%, because sometimes it can be hard to kill the tire, but it feels a lot more satisfying to kill, and it feels a lot more satisfying to use. So, definitely that's welcome. And then we have Lucio, and I can't tell you guys how happy I am about this. Lucio's health was moved back to 200 away from 150, and I am ecstatic about this because if you watched the last patch breakdown where Lucio actually lost that health, I let you guys know I did not like that at all. So whether Blizzard's listening to me or they're listening to, because that was kind of an anonymous opinion in terms of a lot of people. And so I really like that, but that's not what they only did. So his damage was reduced by 20% and the projectile size was slightly reduced. And his Sound Bearer ultimate charge cost has been increased by 25%. So what this does is what I wanted him to do in the first place, where he can still be on the front lines now, he just can't melt the enemies as much as he used to be able to. So he feels more of a support now that can be on the front lines rather than an offensive character that can simply, heal and give a speed boost to all his teammates. Then we have Mei, and this is probably one of the biggest changes in terms of balance changes because they made her very, very viable in matches. So now her alternate fire projectile speed, so the little icicle, the speed is increased by 50%, the fire rate was increased by 25%, and the ammunition cost was reduced from 40% to 25, or not percent, 40 to 25. And so this means that her icicle, alternate fire actually hurts because it goes really fast, it's not that easy to dodge anymore, and it makes her very, very good. And it's not in the patch notes, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people are saying you can now cancel the wall you put up, but I'm not too sure on that. I haven't experimented with Mei too much. But it makes Mei a lot more controlling, and because she can kind of spam those in hallways, especially with the speed increase, so it's actually going to hit a lot of people, and the ammunition cost almost getting reduced to 50%. So Mei is really good right now. Some people are saying she's a little too strong, but I think we should kind of wait it out, especially since she's playable kind of for the first time. And then we have Zenyatta. Now Zenyatta's Orb of Harmonies and Orb of Discards will no longer stack. So say you had 5 Zenyatas and a Roadhog, you can't have all 5 Zenyatas put the Orb of Harmony on the Roadhog, otherwise, because, the Roadhog wouldn't be able to die. He would be instantly gaining all health back that he lost. And same goes for the Orb of Discord. You can't have 5 Zenyatas all place it on a Roadhog and then have a Tracer fire a single shot and Roadhog dying. So I don't think we saw too much abuse with it in, matches and competitive matches, but it's definitely something that probably needed to be fixed because of, the cheesiness that it could have caused. And on top of that, Zenyatta's ultimate charge cost has increased by 25%. So along with Lucio, they don't want Zenyatta and Lucio to be just spamming their ultimate all the time. And, I like it. I don't think Zenyatta was that overpowered, but I also don't think this changes his effectiveness that much either, so it's just kind of making him less annoying. It's definitely a nerf, but it's not, the end-all be-all. Zenyatta's never going to see play anymore. And, there were several bug fixes, including, a spectator. The on-fire mechanic, while viewed through the spectator mode UI, should scale down appropriately with the size of hero portraits. Because if you watched, in spectator mode, any, older competitive games or stuff like that, the on-fire mechanic, the actual fire, looked absolutely ridiculous. And so, they fixed that along with a lot of other bugs. And, yeah. So that's about it. We got, a ton of hero balance changes that I like. All of them. I don't, disagree with a lot of them because last patch I didn't agree with the Lucio. I didn't agree with, a lot of the things like that. But this patch is definitely very welcome, including the new map, Ilios. It is extremely fun. It looks amazing, and I can't wait to see, what comes out next. The next hero changes balance changes, all that good stuff, and new control maps, because we still only have 3, and that's definitely not as much as we have for the other game modes. So this patch was extremely good. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then consider leaving a like down below and subscribing to see more Overwatch content and news. See you guys next time.